Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. You're watching women's footy, all thanks to NAB More Than Money. Now, a game that happened last night, North Melbourne took on Collingwood at Marvel Stadium. Loz, what did you think of this one?
Yeah, it was the first of the first double header that we saw there. A great crowd turned out at Marvel Stadium to see North Melbourne 22-point winners. Unfortunately, their kicking was a little bit inaccurate there. 7 goals, 11, Abby, but it was a great performance from a team that's had a fantastic season.
Yeah, Loz, it wasn't the prettiest of wins from North Melbourne, but a real workmanlike performance nonetheless. And we are joined by Kangaroos superstar Jess Duffin. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Collingwood really came hard in that last quarter, didn't they? So a bit disappointing to drop off, which percentage? You needed that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. At the end of the day, I think it's all about winning at the moment. You can't really control kind of percentages a lot of the time, so I think it's more about winning and worry about the percentage later.
How did you find playing at Marvel? Because obviously it was the first time that a match has been staged there this season. A little bit different, perhaps, from some of the more boutique stadiums that you guys have been playing at over recent weeks?
Yeah, it was really nice. It's a really nice women's footy ground, I reckon, so if we can play more games there, it would be fantastic. And the brand of footy that both teams came out and played last night was equally as good.
It was a fantastic performance across the board from you guys, but as you mentioned, Abby, Collingwood did come hard earlier and started well, which I think took everyone a little bit by surprise in that first quarter. They've typically started a little bit slower, and pardon, did they catch you on the hop? I don't want to sort of make it a little bit of a kangaroo. You looked a little bit startled in that first term.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I've obviously had experience at Collingwood, so yeah, I think we knew that they were going to come out hard early, and it was just about trying to take on their pressure and try and keep going with ours and try and out kind of pressure them in the end. So yeah, it took 4 quarters obviously to get the job done, and full credit to Collingwood who played some good footy last night.
It's now time to take a look at our Victoria Police Recruit of the Week, because it is one of your teammates. You're more than suited than you might think to join Victoria Police. Apply now to be a force for good. And who we're going to be looking at today is your teammate Jasmine Garner. What is she like as a player?
Yeah, I really love Jazzy. I think just the way that she goes about her footy, the way that she presents herself up the ground, she's a real target for us. I know that every time I kind of get the ball and I'm in our front half, I'm kind of looking for Jazz.
Where are you?
Yeah, I trust her and I trust her hands. So, yeah, she's been a real asset for North Melbourne this year.
She also joined you in making the move across from Collingwood, so you were both playing against your former side last night. How did you find it? And I guess how different have you found things at North Melbourne this year compared to the Pies?
Yeah, it's been really good at North Melbourne. You know, speaking to Laura Kane when I was making the decision to go across, just the way that they wanted to get their women involved in that club, and the way the boys have actually helped us out this year has been amazing. So credit to those guys for actually thinking about how they wanted to set up their team before they went too hard into it. So yeah, I've really enjoyed my time at North Melbourne, and obviously I really enjoyed my time at Collingwood too. So I didn't leave on bad terms with them at all. Had a really good conversation with Wayne at the end of the season and had to make the decision for where I thought I was with my footy.
Well, it was a real compliment for you last night, copying a heavy tag from Emma Grant. There's no doubt she was sent into the forward line as a defensive forward role. How did you find that? Because she wore you like a glove, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, and I kind of had a feeling that she would come to me.
Yeah.
Obviously playing for Williamstown this year when we played Collingwood, she was right there with me as well. So, yeah, credit to her. I think they had a real plan against me, and I knew that was going to happen.
When you're saying, leave me alone, don't play.
Yeah, look, there was a few words said at different times of the game, but yeah, at the end of the day, my role changed last night. I didn't get a lot of the ball, and it just meant that the rest of our backline was free as well. So, you know, other players stood up, like your Britt Gibson, Talia Randall, even Danielle Hardiman has been really good for us back there. So, yeah, my role did change last night, but at the end of the day, as long as we were winning, I was happy for them to tag me.
What did the coach, Scotty Gowans, have to say after the match? Because he was pretty chipper in his post-match presser, but obviously Collingwood piling on those last 2 goals, and as we mentioned earlier, slightly dampening your percentage opportunity. What did he have to say about the way you guys closed out the match?
Yeah, to be honest, we actually didn't speak about the game after the game because Western Bulldogs were actually next door. So
it was a funny setup, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit different, but Scotty decided that we'd have our chat probably Tuesday night. So we didn't really speak about it, but in our little conversations that we did have, it was disappointing that they got those kind of last couple of goals.
Were you aware at the time about the effect that it was going to have on your percentage? Because obviously Freo got their win pretty much just as you guys were running out onto Marvel. So I can't imagine you would have had much idea of the machinations that were playing out in Conference A.
Nah, to be honest, I'm not the greatest at looking that sort of stuff up.
Were some of the players, though, keeping an eye on what was going on?
Nah, no conversation was had about Freo and their win or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure that we were winning. But yeah, it certainly did hurt us a little bit at the end. But yeah, we just have to win next week against Freo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the challenge now. But let's check out the votes from last night with thanks to Speckle. Low-cost cash loans with nothing to hide. Visit speckle.com.au. And a fantastic performance from Jasmine Garner with the 5 votes. Those 2 goals were absolutely crucial to North Melbourne and boosts her chances in our Speckle Player of the Year. Jamie Stanton from North got the 4. Jamie Lambert, the 3 for Collingwood, and Brittany Benici, her tag on Emma Carney. That was just absolutely fantastic. Unfortunate for you guys, Jess, but it was a great performance from the helmeted pie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And again, we knew that someone was going to go to Carney. Obviously she's a fantastic footballer, and not too many clubs are going to just let her run around and get the ball. So
Bruton really stood up, though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like as you saw there, Stanton and Bruton both stood up and got us the job done in the middle. So that's the thing about North at the moment is if one person's getting or copping a heavy tag, someone else is going to stand up. So if we can do that next week, that'll be good as well.
Let's talk about next week. Huge game against Freo. What are you expecting and how are you going to prepare for it?
Yeah, I think, as you can see throughout their whole kind of season at the moment, they're really quick. So we can be just as quick, but it's just, how we set up from our back half and what we do in the centre of the ground to stop some of their midfield.
Now, we need to go to a break. Thank you so much for joining us, Jess. We wish you all the best for the rest of the season and, fingers crossed, the finals.